Shout out Sniper T on the beat.
Tamara to the break of dawn is on the rise, with life on the forefront of the mind. So line for line, you can ride this brain train and you can change your station without even touching the dial. So relax, stay a little bit, but listen for a while. And whether you're bumping this in the whip or in a business fit, it's a meeting you won't want to miss. A meeting for a meal to feed the soul with words for the mind. So sit back, enjoy the ride. Time to take off, it's time to fly. Cause Tamara till the break of dawn is on the rise.
Hey, y'all. It's me, Tamara. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The studio audience is so dope, y'all. Like, so amazing. So, welcome to the show. If you are new, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you tuning in. New listeners, new episodes drop every Thursday. So, come on back through. All my regular supporters, thank you so much. If you are not, you should totally be following me on social media, and the link to my social media, all of it, wherever you want to follow me, is in the episode notes. It's actually my link tree, which literally has everything. You know what I'm saying? Even if you want to PayPal me, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's all on there. Let's see what else. Melon Intoxicate. Yes, if you catch this episode on time, there is still time to catch the sale today. So January 21st is the last day of the sale. The sale code will be in the episode notes. So check out some merchandise. Let's see what else. Podcast happy hour. Wait, let me look at the calendar. Okay, I'm lying. January 21st is tomorrow. It's Friday if you catch this episode on time. So, y'all, I don't be knowing nothing. Where my stuff at? Where my stuff at? Y'all don't even understand how much this brings me so much joy to have found this sound app, because like sometimes I don't even be in the mood to record, but me being silly, whatever, it just really helps with my energy. And listen, when I get my not my Roku. I don't even know. Roadcaster is over. I don't know who it's over for, but it's over for somebody, because I always wanted to say that. Nah, but once I get my road what the man. Once I get my Roadcaster, then I have so many more ideas for content. So yeah. What the hell? Oh, the sale. So the sale is still tomorrow, January 21st. Also tomorrow, if you catch this episode. So if you catch this episode on Thursday or Friday, the 20th or the 21st, podcast happy hour is going down tonight. We are back. Yes, I know y'all missed us last month. We had to take a month off, but we are back. We are on Audrey's platform, so the link to her Twitter, etc., etc. And you know what's funny is I be so sober when I do my episodes. I barely drink in general now, but I can't think of the last time I recorded while drinking alcohol. So all this that's going on is me sober. Also, sidebar, if anybody is wondering how my day is going, or even my life, let's just make it that dramatic. At the time of this recording in my 12 Cal, I don't know why I be calling that man 12 Cal, like his name ain't just Cal, but it's the 12 Cal podcast. So at the time of this recording in my 12 Cal voice, it is after midnight, and I am eating some ice cream that I will be eating while I record. You know what I'm saying? So if you are watching on YouTube, which you should totally be watching on YouTube, you will be seeing me eating the rest of my ice cream throughout this episode. Speaking of YouTube channel, if y'all could do me a favor, you feel me? If you really, let me find a good sound. If you really, 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 really rock with me. Yes, if you're listening and you really rock with me and you are not subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. It is not just podcast episodes anymore. So that's what it was for the whole time I've had that channel. But your girl's rebranding, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even called the Tamara Till the Break It Down podcast YouTube channel no more. It's called Tamara the Don because yes, it's podcast. You feel me? I need see this is why. Okay, let's see what I want to do. Okay. Yes, it's podcast. Yes. But it's also Tamara the Don Inc. educational, motivational, inspirational videos that I be doing twice a week. And if you don't follow me on social media, you wouldn't know that. And you totally should. Yes, get that money. Okay. But yeah, so that is on there. But also like workout motivation. Workout motivational videos are also on there, which when I move, I might get into like doing more recording of kind of like me working out. I'm not really sure what that'll look like. I don't want to now because the space where I'm in is it's small. Y'all know I'm not in my own space right now, so it's kind of like there's a lot that's in the room that I work out in, and it's like I'm very particular about like what the background looks like. Some of y'all, shout out to Marco. He tweeted this recently. Man, y'all, I be on the TikTok a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you follow me on there, well, actually, you might not know I post every day because TikTok is really, really weird where I will see somebody's videos come through from like August or some weird stuff. And I know part of it is if someone likes it or comments or whatever. But anyways, I post content every day. I be on there every day. And I remember one time y'all was watching this video. This lady was recording in her house, and I don't even remember what she was talking about, and maybe I shouldn't say in case she happens to listen to this, but maybe you need to take heed this warning, ma'am. When you record a video, like, and you're gonna put it on the internet, and I don't know what she said she was doing, but all I know is what she needed to be doing is she needed to be cleaning her house because it was so messy. And I just think that if you're gonna be putting content on the internet, like your background and all that matters. So yeah, I'm very particular about how my background looks and all that stuff. And it's not like it's messy where I'm at. It's just cluttered because there's a lot of stuff in the room that I work out in. So yeah, workout emotional. Oh, my sound don't want to work. I am struggling. Let me get my ice cream, y'all, because this is why I'm eating ice cream at midnight because this is how my life is going right now. Okay, so I'm also getting into doing vlogging, so you'll even see like my kids kind of in the videos a little bit. It's so funny how my kids have been honestly prepared for such a time as this because I would either make statuses about them on Facebook and they would know or post videos. Like I remember one time we had a really, really wild snowstorm here and my kid, mind you, it was only a few years ago. So it's not like my kids were like little. Like let's see, my Devon is what 22 now. So he might have been 18 or 17. So it's not like they were like little. They were all definitely teenagers and they out there jumping in the snow, which if I find it, I might upload it on my Instagram just because it's hilarious with kids, being kids, having fun or whatever. Okay, so vlogs be on there, some of my TikTok videos, not all of them. Definitely the thoughts to ponder ones. I like to record on TikTok because I like the commercial music that they have on there. My 5 beats that I use for all my stuff, I'm just kind of like I don't want that to be on every little thing. I want some variety based on my mood. So that's what I really like about TikTok. It's also, I don't get into reels. I have heard people complain about trying to edit reels. I have figured out how to do more and more on TikTok. So, sometimes I'll create videos on there and then, whatever. And then furthermore, all of my live shows going forward will only be available on YouTube. So I used to upload it onto my show's Facebook page and also Twitter, and I'm not doing that anymore because I'm just really I spent 2 years basically establishing a foundation and also factoring in that is launching a company, launching a brand, and now I'm just really trying to like not so much just level up, but yeah, of course that too. But just be more intentional about what I'm putting where. And it's kind of like why have traffic be in all these different places when pretty much everyone has access to YouTube and I want to grow my channel. Like now that I'm trying to be more intentional, and it's so crazy because the more that I create content, the more content that just comes to mind. Like we had snowstorm last week, had to wake up and shovel. I did a mini vlog about that. Like right now, because I do a lot of my vlogs and like create them on TikTok, they're gonna be 3 minutes or less because that's the limit for TikTok. I don't know if we'll get into longer ones, but I kind of like that just to have like a quick little bit of insight into my day. So I did that one. Then I did one when me and the girls went to the grocery store. So I'm kind of like getting into doing more of that. That's going to be on my YouTube channel as well. So like yeah, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please, 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 please. The link is in the episode notes. I appreciate that. Let's see what else. Listen, y'all, shout out to those of y'all who actually really like edit your podcasts all the time. I do very, very minimal editing, and I've always been that way. Like, if I mess up on my words, I'll factor it into the show. Like, now I have a sound app to like make that just even that much more entertaining than y'all thinking I'm drunk because I'm messing up on my words. When really, that's just who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to y'all that really be editing podcasts. Jay taught me how to what is it called? I forget. But she taught me how to do two things with the levels of the sound, and I don't remember what either of them are called, but I know what it is when I go into the editing software and do it. She taught me that unless there's like some major issue, like we had technical difficulties and the recording got paused or some crazy like that, I'm not doing no editing. And man, shout out to y'all that do this on a regular because for my, like I said earlier, twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays, I upload a Tamara the Dawn Inc. like a teaching video. So on Wednesdays, and it's kind of like I spent the first 20 weeks of uploading content really kind of figuring out, I guess, how I wanted to do this, really kind of figuring out even kind of like what I feel like my lane really looks like. There's so many business owners, so many consulting agencies, so many whatever. It almost feels like starting all over like when I first started podcasting, but it's just really weird. We'll get into that in a little bit, but so on Wednesdays, it's kind of more so like growth mindset stuff. So how to kind of like they call it oh, I don't even know if it's really called growth hacking. I actually got that from you. That's what that lady that I hated, Sherry, that's what she said. But like basically like tips to help you grow your mindset, change your mindset, whatever, towards basically being consistent or how to have a solid foundation for your company. So that's more so what Wednesday is. It's usually like the soft skills, as I like to say. Then on Saturday has shifted to here are 3 tips to help you, whatever the weekly teaching topic is. So if you pay attention, and I feel like I've said this on here before, every week there is a theme. So like at the time of this recording, and actually when this episode drops, the theme of this week is self-discipline. So all the memes that I create, because now I create them. I used to just find them on the internet, but I feel like I kind of have a feel for how I want to say it, and I want it to more so sound like me talking about what I've learned or what has been helpful to me and whatever the theme of the week is. So, and it's not like something that could only be helpful to me. Like and now I've even gotten into like gearing the videos towards, I don't even really talk about myself at all. I just am like, what are you doing to do this? So I've like really shifted the way that I've done stuff. But I say all that to say that I actually edit those videos. So I edit out my pauses when I lose my train of thought, when I mess up on my words, of course, but I edit those, and I just could not, I'm not, don't, listen, unless I get somebody and I get money like that to have somebody edit it for me. I don't know about editing my podcast because it's just like I have so much that I'm doing right now. Like literally, I create content for Tamara the Don Inc. and Melon Intoxicate. There is content that goes out every day because Melon Intoxicate, I don't just post clothes every day. If that's all you see, that's unfortunate because you're missing out on like actual encouraging things that are related to being healthy mentally, emotionally, in your mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and in your relationships. So basically, who I am, what I always talk about, but just what does that look like to like encourage people, encourage my target audience with these memes. So that's kind of what I do with Melon Intoxicate. Of course, yeah, I upload photos of clothes. Of course, yeah, I upload pics that people send me. Shout out to all the people that have supported, even the ones that either tell me that they bought something but they don't like post pics, that's fine. Or even the people that maybe bought something and I don't know, who bought what or whatever. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Cause also 10% of the proceeds go to support a nonprofit in here in Omaha called Room for Roots, and it is a nonprofit that I should really know way more about how to communicate what they do. But the short version is they really help women, so at risk girls and women and girls of color basically get set up with businesses. Like it's the program that I went through. It's so much more than that, but go to their website, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, and I'll put that in the episode notes. So 10% of the proceeds go to help them because I've always been someone who usually I would serve like with my time. I think it's very important to give back in whatever ways you can. It was always with my time in the past. I don't have time to like volunteer, even though I very much believe in what they're doing. I don't have time to volunteer there. So 10% of the proceeds go to them. So shout out to y'all that have supported. Um, but I say all that to say, like Sunday, okay, so man, y'all, this ice cream, this is my life. I'm really just gonna be eating this. I don't want it to melt too much, but then I don't want to like sit here and have a lot of time where I'm eating. So, anyways, but this ice cream is fire. It's vanilla bean ice cream. I'm such a fan of vanilla ice cream. I like other kinds too, but vanilla is my favorite. But I really, really like vanilla bean ice cream. And then there's this double vanilla ice cream that I had recently, and I really like that too. Um, okay, so what the hell was I talking about? Well, we'll go back here. I edit my company videos, and it just made me really think, like, bruh. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. Okay, so I like I'm doing something work related, company related, something whatever, 6 days a week. Saturday is generally my day of rest, or it may fluctuate to a different day if I absolutely have to schedule something on Fridays, but on Saturday, but Saturday is my day of rest. I may, if absolutely necessary at the very most right now record an episode with somebody because conversation is nothing for me, but I just won't like edit it. Like normally my process is as soon as I get done recording, I start editing. As far as the little bit of editing I do, schedule all the social media stuff, upload the YouTube video, like it's this whole process. But if I record on a Saturday, I don't do that. But on Sundays, so I serve on the creative team at church. So that's the one way that I serve with my time. And I do some creative writing, right? And so because I on Sundays upload the notes and I'm already got to be like on my computer while I'm doing all the stuff I need to do for them, I also create all the content for my company for the week. And more recently, I started a Facebook group like in Entrepreneurship Essentials Facebook group. You may have seen me post about it either on my Facebook or my IG. But basically, I wanted to create a space where like other entrepreneurs that I know that we could network, a place where I can intentionally be putting out my content, still putting it on IG, Facebook, and Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Company IG, if you noticed or didn't notice, I'm no longer uploading Tamara the Dong Inc. content to my personal IG. Again, I'm just all about being intentional now that I feel like I've established a really solid foundation for everything that I'm doing. It's just about continuing to build upon it. And so I wanted to create a space though where like other entrepreneurs cannot feel alone on their journey because it really can be a very lonely journey. Like people do, I've never felt more misunderstood than I do right now because if you are not an entrepreneur, you just, I don't know, you just don't really get it. It's very similar to content creating though. So like it's very similar, like the grind and even like the whole notion of growing a brand is very similar to content creation. The only difference is I don't work for anyone at all anymore. So like, well, I take that back. I work for my clients, but I mean like I own my time, you know what I'm saying? So again, it's midnight and I'm recording and I'll usually have a late night on Sunday, sometimes Monday, usually not Tuesday, but you know, I had an appointment earlier. It just is what it is. So on Sunday I'll create all my content and for the Facebook group, that's what I was talking about. I wanted to create this space to where yeah, my content can be intentionally seen by the people who want to see it because right now I'm putting out a lot of content just to gain exposure for my brand, but I also want to be intentional and invest in the people that's just who I am, like pouring out, giving back, whatever. It just looks different the way I do it now. But I wanted to have a place where I can intentionally like invest in however many people. Currently, right now, there are 7 in addition to me, so there's 8 total. And what I like about Facebook, which also confirms the way that I wanted to do this, like when I started my pages for my podcast, my brand, my company, and all that, I just invited all my Facebook friends, hey, like this page. Well, Facebook doesn't allow you to do that for groups, and I'm kind of glad because I don't want to blindly just invite any and everybody to something that they don't want. Again, intentional. So I have been posting, I started this. This is the point of it. Comment or PM me and I'll add you. Or I actually reached out to like a couple of people specifically, like, hey, do you want to be a part of this? Just because what I know about them and their journey. And it's been super like cool just to see like right now 3 posts a day go. So there's the 2 Tamara the Dawn Inc. posts that are all over social media. And then I've been adding extra tips related to brand like essential things for having a solid foundation for your business or building a brand, but really it's for business, you know what I'm saying? So branding and marketing, leveraging content creators, so leverage Let me eat some ice cream on that note because I'm almost done with it anyway. But I don't want to like I said, I don't want to be having these because I ain't editing nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get this ice cream, and this is what y'all gonna get this week. I won't say be glad you got an episode because y'all know y'all gonna get an episode regardless. And it's not even that I didn't want to record. I just really wanted ice cream, and so I'm really actually, I am gonna finish it. But I'll talk while I finish it. Just if it was just YouTube, it wouldn't matter because you can. It's like you can see what's going on, but when you're listening, awkward pauses are just kind of weird. And I'm really not about to do no whole bunch of editing just because I wanted to eat some ice cream this week. Maybe I should never do this again unless I have a guest. But it is what it is. This is just what we on. And actually, I can't say I'll never do this again because I never thought I would do this, and yet here we are. You feel me? So in the group, the ice cream is so fire and it's gone now and I'm so sad. Okay. So leveraging content creation, social media efficiencies, knowing your why, professionalism and networking etiquette, the business structures. I can never remember these. Financial literacy. I can never remember all 7 of these. I don't know. But there's 7. Let me look it up real quick because I can never remember this. And it really irritates me because people ask me questions and my memory is just not the greatest. And of course, it's not where I need it to be because nothing ever happens the way that I want it to be. And blah, 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 blah. Such is life. Why am I crying on here? Wait. Branding and marketing. I don't know if I said that. I don't think I might have said it the first time before I paused. Maybe that's why I felt like I said everything. But basically, those are kind of like the 7 fundamental things that I feel like everything that I kind of have researched and from experience are like fundamental to have a solid foundation for your company, because that's what I'm all about, is a solid foundation, because I know if you have a solid foundation you can like stand on it, you know what I'm saying? And so in addition to the basically 2 posts a day except for Saturday and Sunday from Tamara the Dawn Inc., they also Monday through Friday, forget the sound, but I gotta pull it back up anyway just because I got to stay ready so I ain't gotta get ready. You feel me? Yes. In your face, sucker. I just felt like I just felt oh man. Anyways. These are the things that I feel like are fundamental to having a solid foundation for your company. And I'm all about free game, pouring out whatever, like whatever I know. And anybody who asks me a question or talks to me or whatever, if I know, then I am going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? If I don't know, I'm gonna say I don't know, because I don't gotta pretend like I know everything when I don't, because I know that I don't. You feel me? But if I know, and I know a way, especially how you can do something more efficiently, because I am all about efficiency, I'm going to tell you whatever I'm learning. And so I wanted to have a more intentional place to like invest all of that for the people that say they want it. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you put a lot of stuff out and it's like, and then people don't want it, and then you don't get the engagement that you want with your content, and then you're frustrated. Now I do get engagement with my content, so it's not that I don't, but I don't know. I mean, coaching is one of the services that I'm offering, but again, I'm just all about paying it forward, free game, whatever. That's why I do everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? So, started this Facebook group, and so I create a lot of content every week, be it either videos, be it either memes or whatever, teaching memes. They're not all memes. Some of them are like whole slideshows and all this stuff. And it's fun. It's a creative outlet. Pretty much every day looks different unless it's a meme like that has like a specific thing. I even created like another template for the Facebook group and the stuff that I do there. So it's like I like it because another creative outlet, but at the same time I'll spend all of Sunday scheduling all the content for the week. Now, what I do is I will schedule the Sunday content usually on Friday because again, Saturday is my off day, so I will do that. But then I'll do the Monday through Saturday. Well, Monday through Saturday, except for the videos. I've gotten a lot more structured with how I do stuff, and it's actually made things so much better. Shout out to my little brother. Well, I mean, he's a whole grown man, but I don't care. He's 12 years younger than me, so he's still my little brother. But shout out to him. I was telling him how Cedric, he's been on here. I was telling him how I want to not grow, but I want to start posting more on TikTok. And I said I'm trying to like post every day, but I was telling him how like I don't feel like recording and all this stuff, either untwisting my hair or even, I mean, now I've gotten into wearing my wig more again, just because I haven't felt like untwisting my hair and doing all that. But and he was saying how I should just take a day to kind of like record a bunch of stuff and then just kind of have it ready to upload. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's actually kind of smart. Now I don't do it like that, but I have figured out a pretty decent system on how I can do it to where it doesn't feel like work. Plus the way my mind goes lately, it's just insane how many ideas for content, even that I haven't even put out yet, just because I gotta take the time to like sit down and do it or whatever. And so with the content creation for the company and for Melanin Intoxicate, I do all of that on Sunday. And then I record all, so there's 2 Tamara of the Dawn Inc. videos, and then I host a weekly podcast. So I do all of that recording on Tuesday. And it's so funny because I have this weird thing where because there's so much video of me that goes out every week, I don't want to, like, even though I record it all the same day, I'll try to do little things to make my attire look different because I just have this weird thing where I don't want to feel like, even though I know I don't have just all the same clothes and whatever, I just have this weird thing where, okay, let me put on a sweater, or like if you're watching now, this red hoodie, which is so funny because I bought this as part of my Halloween costume and sewed the stuff on and did whatever. Well, then I took the thread out, took the zeros and the lines off, and then I'm just like, well, this is actually a comfortable, like, this is why in the house when it's chilly in my mom's house, because she don't be wanting to turn the heat up like I feel like she should. So I'll have a hoodie on. So it's been become like my comfort hoodie. And so I'm recording in this because then it's just that way each day looks different. So I've been trying to find little ways because I will record it all on the same day, back to back to back. But so I've been finding just little ways to be efficient with my time because I'm doing so many different things, and it's just wild that I can switch gears the way I can. Like it's quite interesting. But I love podcasting. Like this is something that will not go away because one, it's easy. So in the sense of no editing, no script, because I actually do write a script for the Tamara the Dawn Inc. videos. So like for a little bit, I will just freestyle it and then edit it, you know what I'm saying, to where it sounded better and looked good and all that good stuff. And so like talk things through. And if I'm like, oh, I didn't like how I said that, then I'll just re-say it different and just keep it rolling. Nah. So now I write a script, but I'll just say it a bunch of times so that it feels like it's a part of me, if that makes sense, because I can tell when I don't feel authentic saying what I'm saying because I'm writing a script. That's why my episodes are just off the dome, but that's also why if I mess up on my words or if I lose my train of thought, it just is what it is. And those of y'all that stick with me, I appreciate y'all because I am not like, I feel like the most polished show. I usually, especially solo episodes, half the time don't even know all what I want to talk about anymore. Now with the guest episodes, I will have an outline and all that, but yeah, so I love podcasting though because it's this place where there's just freedom to do whatever I want. Like having to stay on brand. And it's so funny because these are things I never had to worry about before because my show has always been about my life. So everything is on brand for my show. You know what I'm saying? Even as you guys are seeing me do the Jack of all trades series where I'm highlighting other people, that's on brand with where I'm at in my life as now a business owner, already was a content creator, and then also own this brand that the goal is to have that turn into a corporation as well. So it's kind of like it's on brand with my life. You're gonna see me start the Melon Intoxicate series again. It's on brand with my life. Karaoke, poetry, all that. Speaking of poetry, we are going to be we're going to be having another live show, but in between, which by the time this airs, we will have just recorded our first, I keep calling it a jam session, and I'm going to put out little clips. Now the whole clip, the whole piece or whatever will be on YouTube, of course. Subscribe to my YouTube, but I'm going to put out little clips from like our poems and just little stuff just to kind of like don't forget about us. You know what I'm saying? Just because we quiet don't mean we ain't doing them. We got a whole group chat. We be chopping it up, all that good stuff. So all of those things though are on brand. So I never really had to think about any of that because it's my life and how I'm trying to grow. It's so different when you actually have to consider branding and making sure that the content that you come out is the voice of the brand's values and what the brand stands for and not about sounding like it's you. So it's definitely different. Thankfully these are my companies and my brand, so they're built around things that I value, you know what I'm saying, that I feel like are important either in the workplace or whatever. But man, shout out to y'all that, and I've had conversations with podcasters where they've wanted to maybe address things that were going on in the world that they felt like they weren't sure if they could because of what their podcast was, or in the retweet groups, there are people who will like a tweet versus retweet it because their followers get frustrated if they see a bunch of retweets from people about stuff that's not like on their brand. Like maybe they're a true crime podcast and people come there to, see or listen or whatever true crime stuff. So then if you're tweeting about me, talking about I don't ever know how to start my show, like I made that my clip last week, people's followers might feel some type of way. I've never had to consider that until now. So it's been very interesting the way I have to shift between two different things ultimately because Melon Intoxicate is its own separate thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be talking about how to have a solid foundation for your business on that page because that's not what that brand stands for and what that brand is focusing on promoting. You know what I'm saying? So it's just such a weird place right now where I'm creating so much content, which is amazing. And it's all stuff I believe in. But this is why I love getting on the mic and just talking, just like I'm doing like now, or talking with a guest, because there's just this freedom that I don't have. I'm always going to tell y'all the downside of entrepreneurship or whatever. I mean, I'm always just keep it real, stuff I'm struggling with, whatever, just because so many people that I talk to, even when I say things, it's just interesting because I say things that are just facts. So if I say like, yeah, I own my time because I'm very flexible. Like when I schedule people with guests, it's whatever is available for you. Just put it on my calendar and I send them my Calendly link. Or my nail tech. She knows that my schedule's whatever I want it to be, so she'll ask me if I could switch my appointment, and I pretty much just always say yes because obviously she doesn't ask me this all the time. First of all, but I know if she's asking, it's really because maybe somebody else need something, and if I have the ability to be flexible, it really doesn't matter. I can do what I want when I want, then why not? You know what I'm saying? But then sometimes when I say stuff or if I talk about, and I don't say anything pride, I mean, y'all should know that if you're not new, I don't say anything pridefully. I really don't feel no type of way about what's going on in my life. Like it's dope, but it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's quite an adjustment. It's also a very lonely season. Like I don't have coworkers, and I've been working from home anyway for almost 2 years anyway because of the pandemic. So, but I at least had huddle calls with my coworkers, a lot of video calls and all that I don't really have anymore. So it's a very lonely season. It's very hard because I'm having to step out of my comfort in so many different ways. Like all y'all see online is me continuing to level up. Y'all don't see me crying myself to sleep as I'm like wanting things to happen a certain way. Y'all don't see me or y'all don't feel the anxiety I have when I'm like putting myself like out there ultimately, like even saying like, hey, can you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel? I never really like cared about, I just had the channel there because I'm like, oh well, if people are gonna watch it, okay, I'll put some content up there just to be where the people are. So like now me actually trying to do stuff and trying to, hey, do you want to be a part of this Facebook group? And also me knowing the algorithms are stupid and people may not see it. So then I got to keep repeating stuff and whatever. That's so out of my comfort zone because that's just not, that's y'all don't see me do that, excuse me, with podcasting. Y'all see me put out 3 promo tweets, IG, all that on Thursday, on Saturday, on Tuesday. That's it. I'm in a retweet group. So whatever Wednesday night too to promote the YouTube because the YouTube, see, if you subscribe to YouTube, the YouTube episode actually uploads Wednesday night at 9 p.m. So I always have the people who are subscribed to YouTube, they get like first access to my content or whatever, and then the audio drops 4 a.m. on Thursdays. But so I'll have like 4 promo things, each week. That's it. I'm not about to be creating a whole bunch of clips. The clip that I use on Wednesday is really the same. So I put a video clip up Wednesday night that'll always say behind the scenes, blah, blah, blah. Now I've gotten into talking about what the episode is about because I upload it as a YouTube Shorts, which, side note, if you have a YouTube channel and you're trying to grow it, somebody gave me this tip, upload YouTube Shorts. So those are a minute or less. So that's where I've gotten into like uploading TikTok videos, workout motivational, like just I'm already creating this content anyway. The vlogging, I do that. I upload most of those to TikTok. Now, if I ever get into longer ones, okay, like sometimes if there's a 2-part thing, like when my car battery died, I uploaded that as one video on YouTube so people got to see like the whole thing all at once where they didn't get that on TikTok because at that time I didn't know how to put a video within the comment thread to reply, but then it also shows up on your time. Yeah, I'm still learning TikTok. So it was like in 2 separate spaces. But if you saw it on YouTube, then it's like you saw the whole progression of that annoying thing when I thought I knew how to jump my battery and apparently I didn't. But yeah, y'all don't see all that. So I'm always going to keep it real. Like, yes, I'm excited. Hold on. Yes, it's exciting. Yes, I am so happy that Melanin Intoxicate dropped. Yes, I love that I get to create so much content because I didn't have time to do that. But on the flip side of that, I'm so glad I'm not someone who is out here like trying to go viral or trying to do whatever. If that happens, of course, that'd be great because I want more eyes on my brand, especially Melon Intoxicate. Tamara the Dawn Inc. is going to be like, that's geared towards a certain target audience. But Melon Intoxicate is like, different, you know what I'm saying? It's apparel, it's whatever. It still has its target audience, you know what I'm saying? But so of course I want more eyes on my brand, but I'm not like trying to make that happen. I'm no, I do what I want. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Autumn. But I do what I want and how I want and whatever's authentic to me. And it took me a little bit to figure out what that looked like on TikTok, you know what I'm saying? But also I try to upload content every day on there. On YouTube, kind of depends, but definitely like several times a week, if not like five. Sometimes it might become every day. I'm, getting better at having stuff in my drafts and like ready to go or whatever. So yeah, I love podcasting. I appreciate y'all. Now let's get into some stuff that I don't like. And y'all, I don't even know how we arrived here. I thought I had arrived at this good place in my social media presence where I'm not getting random DMs from men, but not only have I gotten one in the past few days, but I have had two random men DM me, and it's the same thing every time. But the good thing for me about having time right now is I have time to waste people's time. Now, not in a deceitful, malicious way. So hear me out. You know what I'm saying? Prime example, scammers. Now, when scammers call me, it'll show up on my caller ID, spam likely. Never used to answer those calls. Never used to answer any number that I don't know that's not stored in my phone because if you're important, you'll leave a message. And if you're not, you don't. I got time, y'all. I got time today, tomorrow, and every other day to answer the phone and waste the time of scammers because scammers disgust me. So you deserve your time wasted because if I am wasting your time, then that's one less person that you're out here trying to scam. So this is for the greater good of humanity. Like this isn't even just about my own petty fun because I can't stand scammers because it's like, bruh, people are struggling out here and you're out here trying to steal folks' money. You know what I'm saying? So I will just be so petty. So, with that said, when I get these people, it's the same formula every time. There will be some man that'll follow me on Twitter. Now, I used to only follow back content creators. I've gotten a little bit looser depending on kind of like what's in your bio, what's, whatever. I'll follow. If you don't have a profile picture, I'm not following you because I don't even know who you are. So I've gotten into following more people. So the first person, because these are two different people, like two different types of people. The first person was not a content creator. I followed him. I mean, he followed me. I followed him back. Immediately he hopped in my DMs. Mind y'all, it's like 2 something in the morning. And yes, your girl was up. But do you think I even looked at his message? No. Shout out to Chris, because I've already had this mindset, but the verbiage that I'm about to use, I got from her. If you are not family, friend, super close friend, I mean, in the group chat or whatever, you could reach me during regular business hours. Like I'm not about to be DMing no random men in the middle of the night. Because if you're DMing me in the middle of the night, I already know what you want. If you instantly follow me and then I follow you back and you hop in my DMs, then most likely the reason that you follow me is reasons that you're not gonna get what you're looking for because that's not what I'm on Twitter for, or Instagram or any of these places. I am on those places to network, build rapport and relationships with like-minded people. Yes, maybe build friendships, but it's gonna be some organic stuff. Shout out to the homies, and I say that specifically because one thing I appreciate about the podcast community and the guy friends that I've made. Now, mind you, I haven't met any of them in real life, but hey, we done had StreamYard, Zoom, phone calls for some, you know what I'm saying? Text messages here and there for others. So it's like, I would say I've built a good rapport. Maybe people don't consider me friends. That's fine. The ones that are my friends are my friends. Anywho, what I appreciate about all of y'all, shout out to y'all, none of y'all have ever come at me weird. Like, none of y'all have ever made me question your motives. None of my homies send me hard eyes. That's relevant. We'll get there. None of my homies do none of that weird stuff. And I'm not talking about people I knew before podcasting. I'm talking about the homies that I've met that are other content creators. None of y'all have been on any weird stuff. Prime example, Juice is like one of my favorite people that I've met, like favorite guy podcasters or whatever. His energy is just insane. That's probably why he's a regular on the show. We'll talk about different stuff, text here and there, whatever. Never has come at me weird. I've never felt like he was being anything other than a friend. You know what I'm saying? Let me think. Penrose. I'm trying to think of like non-married people because obviously the married people shouldn't be, but obviously they're not going to be coming at me weird. Penrose, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really big on bro sis. If anybody, I don't even call my own unless I'm saying my little brother or my little sister or my brother. I don't like throw those words around. It doesn't mean that you don't have value in my life. I'm not really a bro sis kind of person, but that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? We've had conversations. We do poetry. So whenever you record with someone, you usually have a lot of conversation either before or after, or sometimes both. Like when me and Chris were doing the U recap, we would have to start scheduling it to factor in all the conversation we'd have about other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But again, never has come at me weird. And the thing about it is, you can have all kinds, like as adult men and women, you can have all kinds of conversations with people about relationships, sometimes intimate. Oh, only thing about this being on my phone is sometimes it don't give what it's supposed to give. It don't work when it's supposed to work. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, you can have all kinds of conversations with all kinds of people. I've had all kinds of conversations with all kinds of men. We're sticking with men for a reason. That said, I don't care if we've been talking about sex, not sex between us, but just sex in general. No one has ever come at me weird. And I have a wild sense of humor. You can probably kind of tell, but if you talk to me, I have a wild sense of humor in my mind. That's why I say pause. Yeah. Anyways, nobody has ever come at me weird. And these are all my friends. We'll just say they're friends, you know what I'm saying? Now, why I gave y'all all that background information. Dude number one follows me, I follow back, hops in my DMs immediately with the hey. I mean, you could just say hey, beautiful. You don't have to say like 10 adjectives. I just feel like that was unnecessary. Excuse me, gorgeous, beautiful, goddess, queen, mother of the earth. I'm dragging it out, but it was just like all these adjectives. Like, how are you now? One thing about me is I'm not rude. Just pretty much in general, I really try to be kind to people, but also being a public figure. So just when I started podcasting, you don't want to give somebody a bad first impression of your brand. Because even when I didn't think about branding in the sense like I do now, like thinking I'm representing a brand like with my company and whatever, just because my show has always been about me. I've always been my brand. So I've always thought like I don't want somebody to have a bad first impression. Like but it's not me being fake as a content creator. I've always thought like that because professionally, I've had jobs that were kind of like put me in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I'm just conditioned to think the way that you interact with people, it really should be kind anyway, because you just never really know what somebody's going through. You know what I'm saying? Stuff I promote on here, that's how I live my life. So doesn't mean niggas don't get on my nerves, you know what I'm saying? But I am more so just an assertive person than like rude and disrespectful. You can make your point without being rude or disrespectful. So I usually will be like, first of all, I wait though. I wait until the next day during business hours to respond. But I'm just like, how are you? I'm great or whatever, blah blah blah. And then I can't remember what was said, and then it's like, I want to get to know you. And I'm like, well, I'm really just on here to network with other content creators or like-minded people. So like that's really all I'm on here for. I'm not really on here for no get to know you type stuff. Y'all already know that. Listen, I'm online dating. No, if I'm not meeting somebody in person and I don't even know what that looks like, but I can't. And it really just needs to be something that happens organic, because that's just always best for me, kind of like with all things. Like, yeah, with intentionality, tell me your intentions, whatever, but something that just kind of grows organically, or I don't know, just not some random stranger that the day you hop in my DMs, you want me to answer this Q&A so you can get to know me. Are you married or dating or blah blah blah? And I'm like, um, sir, you know, and this is me super summarizing. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna read it to you because it's still in my Twitter DMs because it actually just happened the other day. Okay. So, gentleman number one. Oh, da, da, da. I'll just start here. Okay. So, he said, I found your page interesting, really. uh, Also, please use punctuation, guys. Like, we're adults, you know what I'm saying? Make it make sense so I can understand. And maybe that's the writer in me, but I'll be using slangs and stuff like that online too. And I'll be, you know, Twitter only gives you so many characters, but we're in a DM and a comma matters. He said, I found your page interesting, really interesting, and it hit home with me. I will like to know you better. So if you're going to say something, and this is just me in general, I need you to clarify. I need you to, like, what are you talking about? So I was like, what on my page hit home with you? Life is to enjoy, laugh, communicate, and have a connection with someone special who has a zest for life and all things in it. I like to be active, and I tend to find the humor in life. It's my feelings that people need adventure, laughter, and passion. Every content's on your page, sweetheart. I said, I see. Well, I am predominantly on this app to network as I'm working towards building my empire and encourage and inspire people, make them laugh a little bit, and that's about it. He hearted that, so sir, that lets me know you understood what I'm saying. So why you followed up with, if I can ask you, Tamara, are you married or single? I said, I, of course, can't stop you from asking anything, but I'm not heading down that conversation path with you because that's not what I'm on this app for. He said, oh, okay, I respect your notion, just want to make new friends, nothing much. I said, well, none of my homies started being friends with me by asking my relationship status. All my podcast homies that I met on the Twitterverse, most of y'all, none of y'all asked me that. You know what I'm saying? That's just weird. Like, that doesn't matter if you're just trying to be somebody's friend. He said, oh, sorry, I just want to know so I can approach you according to your status. I see no big deal in asking, but if you don't like it, I'm sorry, then I won't ask again. I'm just curious and wanting to know you more better. This is when I sent my website, and I am quick to send my website once I'm done. And you're, oh, I want to know you better because y'all know I talk about my life and the ways I'm trying to grow. So that's all you're going to get is that public access. And just to let him know that he's in the public. We are not friends. I don't know you. I don't throw that title, that friend word. Everybody is not my friend. Sometimes it's just niggas I know, you know what I'm saying? And we cool and we got rapport, but you ain't my friend. I don't know you. So I said, I'm pretty transparent as a content creator, a podcast, blog, run a consulting agency, and a brand called Melon Intoxicate. Of course, I had to plug my brand because if you're gonna be here, you're gonna maybe I'll get a new listener if nothing else. So feel free to check out some of my content that is readily available to the public because you are the public, sir. Yes, I'm adding the patty ab lips. I was very, straightforward but not rude. But if you're expecting me to gauge in a Q&A so you can get to know me, I'll tell you now that's not happening. He said, it's okay. Thanks for your time, gorgeous. And he spelled gorgeous wrong, but it's okay. I said, have a great rest of your day. And he said, I like your talents, honestly. And I stopped responding because I already told you to have a great rest of your day. I'm done. Okay. So, furthermore, let's talk about, was this today? Yeah, this was just today at the time of this recording. You know what I'm saying? It was 12 hours ago. No, actually, it was yesterday. He followed me on Twitter. These are both on Twitter. And he actually, it looks like he's some sort of content creator or whatever. So that's definitely why I followed him. Like I pretty much follow all content creators. Like unless you say something super wild in your bio, y'all know I'm all about supporting people. You know what I'm saying? So he follows me, I follow him back. Then he immediately hops in my DM at 12:45 a.m. I waited until normal business hours to respond. This is how the conversation went. He says, hello to you, hard eyes. Hard eyes. That's not all, though, in this paragraph, this introductory paragraph, y'all. But I just need y'all to know that it says, hello to you with hard eyes. Beauteous, classy, admirable, adorable, excellent, fine. This is the one that had all the extra adjectives. Charming, marvelous, gorgeous queen. Nigga, you could have just said beautiful, high, like, oh. And y'all, I'm okay. He said, thank you for following back. How are you doing today? Hopefully you don't mind if I have a chat with you. Thanks. God bless you. That was all the first message. I said, hello, I'm doing well. How about you? I guess it depends on what you want to talk about. I'm on this app to network as I work towards growing my company and brands. Now, you all could say, why did you respond if you know what they're on? Because like I said, I have time to waste people's time right now, not lead you on, but like just shut the interaction down, like shut it down so that you know that that's not what I'm here for. Because when I used to ignore people, they'll keep DMing and I don't want to keep getting notifications. I'm a person like I don't have to block you. I could just tell you what I'm not on that, and people usually leave me alone. And then if you get weird, then I'll block you. So I said and then he said, "Aw, glad you replied. Thanks and God bless you," which I received the blessings from the Lord. I'm doing so good. I wish and hope to have few of your minutes, please. And if I may ask, where are you from? Thanks with the prayer hand emoji. I said, let me start by asking why you want my time and why are you asking me from, blah, and why are you asking me where I'm from? He said, sweet and great of you. Surely all is for positive as I only wish to get you more of you. I'm guessing he meant get to know more of you, but I'm going to read it how he said it. I said, what is your reason to wish to get to know more of me? He said, thanks to you. Nothing much. It's all and only based on friendship. Nigga, why you sending me hard eyes? To which I said, none of my guy friends send me hard eyes, though. Because none of y'all do. Like, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. There have been, and I'm sticking with podcasters because these are all the people that I've met, like, in the same space. There have been people that I may like your pictures on if I follow you on Instagram or like your profile picture or compliment you in some sort of way. but that doesn't mean I want you. That just means I mean, there are attractive, podcasters. Just because I don't want to date any of them doesn't mean there aren't attractive podcasters. It's just that's not what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. This is almost like work. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I've always had a policy of I'm not going to date my coworkers. So it's like all y'all my coworkers, and if you want to go there, and I'm cool on all that because at the end of the day, though, like I podcast to leave a legacy behind for my kids. Like everything that I'm doing, all the extra stuff I'm adding, at the end of the day, if nothing else, when I die, because I will, my kids will have years worth of content to be able to look at, see me, hear me, see them in some of my stuff. Like that's why I do what I do. So I'm not trying to mess that up. Man, I done heard some podcasts after people break up, and there's people that I only know of because they broke up with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool on all that. Y'all gotta understand too that I mean it's not like anybody tried to date me, but also, the last time I was in a relationship, many, many years ago, because I've been single almost 14 years, I didn't even have a Facebook back then. So, like, sometimes I get anxiety thinking about, like, if I'm honest, let me finish this little stupid DM. I said, none of my guy friends send me hard eyes, though. Feel free to visit the link in my bio to access the different content that's available to the public. However, I am not engaging in a Q&A for you to get to know me because that's not what I'm on this app for. I followed you back because it appears that you are also a content creator and I try to support folks' creative endeavors. That's it. He said, amazing and great of you. Surely I do understand you as well as I appreciate more. Thank you so much. Thanks for your pressure. Sir, if you don't just say bye, like, anyways. So, yeah, that's not what I'm on here for. And so it's kind of like I so greatly appreciate because I've always been someone that has like homies and guy friends and like best friends that are guys. Like one of my best friends is a guy. He's married. I recently got to meet his wife because they just got married last year. I got to meet his wife when they came in town. I love her too. I follow her on social media. I interact with her, and you know what I'm saying. Like you can have platonic friends of the opposite sex and it not be that. Like, that's actually healthy. Shout out to all the guy friends. Shout out to all the male podcasts that I listen to where I get to hear men's perspective on this, that, and the other because it's like it's healthy. Men and women are different. We don't think the same. I've learned a lot about men. Shout out to when Jeezy came on here, put me on game. Y'all don't even understand how much time I saved not trying to figure out why a man isn't doing like what I think he should be doing if he's actually interested. He's just not interested, and that's okay. I personally would rather a nigga say that, but it is what it is. Um, but then what I realized too, because I think about this, the more that I invest in my brand and the more that I put myself out there to be more and more in the public eye and different things, I've actually been thinking a lot about like what is that going to look like if I'm in a relationship? Like if I'm in a relationship, am I going to have him on the show? So not like somebody I met on a dating app cuz like when like we're not actually dating cuz like I used to tell people that I had a podcast, but I didn't even tell them what it was called because I just talk too much about my life and my insecurities and just all that stuff. I don't want you feeling like you have so much access to me. And like, but then again, at the same time, you only know what like how I want to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all true, but it's obviously I don't tell you every little thing. That would be stupid. But I think about stuff like that. I'm an overthinker. So some of y'all might be thinking, you get there when you get there. That's not how my mind works. I'm a very strategic thinker. I'm an overthinker. I'm whatever. So I'm already, although I'm dating no one, I'm not even talking to anybody, but I think about like what would that look like if I was in a relationship? Like would I have this man on the show? how would I like the thought of everybody in my bit like I don't even like my kids, we all follow each other on social media, but I don't tag them in anything. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Like there's a part of my life that I want to be private. I wouldn't want to date a content creator because I would want my life with him to not be all of this. Like I wouldn't want it to be our lives are all centered around creating content because you do it too. And I would want it to be this is what I do. Sure, maybe you could hop on the episode. I don't even know. But then I would want it to be where but then I could put that away and like home is home, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure, I mean, I guess you can or whatever, but I think about like all this stuff and it's like I can't even fathom what it would be like and I wouldn't to make a relationship status update on Facebook. Talk about I'm in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Or get remarried. I bet you it's still finna be Tamara Dawn on all my social media. It ain't even finna be no last name change on social media because I don't even have my last name on social media, period. You know what I'm saying? That's my middle name. So I think about all this stuff. But yeah, these niggas in my DM, like, it's so annoying because also you're not trying to be my friend. Like, you sound stupid saying all that drug out stuff. You started with hard eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, not near one of my homies ever, any of them that I can think of ever. And watch somebody be petty and send me some now because that's the type of friends I have. But it's okay because I'm petty too. But none of them do that weird stuff. Like that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like we're friends, and even if you like, you could compliment me or whatever. But hard eyes is like, I mean, I do it to girls, like women that I think are beautiful, but I'm not doing no hard eyes to no man. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's because like I could think a woman is beautiful, but I'm not like I don't date women or I don't whatever. So to me, it's just different than excuse me. I'm trying to think if I've ever. No, I don't do that. Let me make sure I ain't lying to y'all. I can't think of anybody I've done that to. And you're gonna have to send me receipts if I did. And obviously it didn't mean nothing because obviously I wasn't on that with whoever. But like I don't know. I'm definitely not doing that to no stranger though. You know what I'm saying? Like that I just met and then say like, oh, I just want to be your friends. But you start by all this other stuff, gorgeous queen of the universe, Mother Earth, like bruh, you could have just said hi. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to say all that if you're trying to be somebody's friend and like forced interactions I'm not a fan of in general, but with men it's just because then they try to backtrack, oh, just on some friend stuff. Okay, so then friend, if I don't want to talk to you and have this Q&A, then it shouldn't matter friend because friends respect friends boundaries, friend, you feel me? Shout out to StreamYard though. Let's switch gears before we get up out of here. They have really just been progressing in life. Let me explain why. Okay, so I don't know if y'all heard that loud water drink, but it is what dang, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I need to go to bed. Actually, I'm not even tired and I have other stuff to do. But so let me try to explain this. The way StreamYard always used to be, which is why I created the overlays that I did, that you can still see. But it used to be that you could only see your background if there were two or more people on the show. So I would love when I would have guests because then I would get to see the backgrounds, which have my podcast logo colors in it. But then as a solo episode, you could never see any of that. And it just felt so like, bleh, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I created the overlay. But shout out to StreamYard. They really just been stepping their game up. They partnered with somebody or did whatever a while ago. And they just been really trying to step their game up as we get more into this virtual world and whatever whoop de woo. Like they really just been stepping their game up. So shout out to them because now I can see part of my background and I like it. And yeah, so let me make sure I got all my stuff out the way. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, so don't forget that podcast happy hour is this Friday, January 21st at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific on Audrey's platform. Holla at your girl. Follow her on Twitter. The link is all, follow all of them, because if you follow them all, then you can stay up, because we rotate that thing, you know what I'm saying? So you never know where we're gonna be. I'll of course tell you, but you gotta follow them if it ain't on my platform. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, please, please. This is a free. I'm really been on some. These are free ways that you can support whoever. Please, please, please. If you're listening to this, you obviously rock with me. You listen to my show. Can you please subscribe to my YouTube? The link is in the episode notes. If you want to follow me on any other social media handles, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. My company and brands have their separate pages. I have a lot of social media stuff going on right now. Shout out to all the scheduling apps that I use to schedule all my stuff, because ain't no way I would be able to maintain my sanity if I had to schedule all that stuff in real time. Sometimes I'll be asleep. Them Tamara the Dawn Inc. content be going at 8 a.m. I promise you I don't be up sometimes, because I just told y'all it's after 1 o'clock in the morning and I still have stuff to do. Like my schedule be all out of whack, but it doesn't matter, because as long as I get my stuff done, I get it done. So it's the beauty of owning your time, you know what I'm saying? Get you some melon intoxicate. I think that's it. Let me look. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put the thing now, flip it and reverse it. Okay, yeah. So, guys, thank you so much for, if you're still here, listening. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you are doing what you can to take care of your mental and emotional health. It is so, so important. Like, for me, let's back up. It is important for me to, like, it's harder for me to not say something, honestly, than it is to say something. So, like, when I followed you because I wanted to support, especially the dude who was a content creator, I just feel like, let me up front establish this ain't what we on. Like, don't come here for that. Don't keep DMing me. I'd rather shut it down. You're not finna be one of these niggas that, I done said nigga a lot this episode, and I don't usually say it that much on here. But guys, guess what? I told you I was trying to stop cussing. Like, not just, I don't even really cuss on here like that anyway. But not like in real life. I'm just trying to stop cussing. Be glad all you getting is nigga this episode. I was eating ice cream while recording. Like, clearly life, there's a lot going on. But yeah, establishing my boundaries, that is part of me being mentally and emotionally healthy in relationships, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's just a internet relationship, I don't like when people like keep DMing me, and I feel like if I could just shut it down, boom. Now, if I can't, then I will block you. But if I could really just say, hey, this is not what I'm here for, then why not? You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to be rude, because it's just not necessary. Like, you can't help it that you're attracted to me or whatever. And I don't say that like pridefully. I actually really used to get irritated when like people that I don't want would like try to talk to me. I'd be like, bruh, but it's like people can't help who they're drawn to or attracted to or whatever, but there's no need for me to like be rude, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you're doing what you can to be spiritually healthy. Like, I am very much doing as much as I can to spend my quiet time doing what I got to do. It's so like my day will be off if my spirit is not right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something that's super important to me. And we all have spirits, and every part of us needs to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever that looks like for you, y'all know for me, my relationship with the Lord, I read my Bible, I pray, I journal. I've gotten into like playing worship music when I do all of that, because my mind will keep going with like work stuff. Like, my mind is just always going right now because it's all on me, you know what I'm saying? And actually, my mind has always been like that. I'm an overthinker, I told y'all. So even if I had employees, I probably would still be overthinking and just thinking about all these things and, ooh, I could do this way and blah 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 blah. So yeah, by like playing worship music, it kind of like tries to silence the noise because it's just, yeah. My Snatch 40s journey, still on that. I really try to get in right now, committed to 3 days a week. I didn't work out. I like missed a week, but that's, it's just like I just have a lot to do sometimes, and I just give myself that grace to, if I don't like to miss too much, but it's just the way it happened. But then back at it this week, so I want to try to get at least 3 days in. But I'm pretty decent with my eating. Like, yeah, I had that ice cream. That's okay. It's not like I'm eating ice cream 24/7. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty decent with my eating, so it like works itself out. And the workouts that I do, when I do work out, I usually always do at least a 45-minute workout, and it's like fat burning cardio. That's why I'm doing the hip hop abs and Turbo Fire, which is kickboxing. And she even includes yoga, which I remember when I was in college, one of my professors told me that yoga like helps your body get together in ways that like she said she was her fittest or whatever from doing yoga. And it's only like 12 minutes of yoga, but uh I'm never mind, I'm not going to go there. But yeah, I'm seeing progress with, you know, being more whatever. So yeah, I'm definitely still on that Snatch 40s journey. And with the hip hop abs, one of them is a total body burn, which like you have weighted gloves, but I wear 1.5 pound weighted gloves for all of them just to have that extra whatever. So like when I do work out, I do. And you don't have to work out every day. You should rest your body anyways, what the experts say. So it's kind of like, it is what it is. But make sure you're doing what you need to be doing to like be healthy, because you only have one life to live, guys. And also, you know what else, guys? I am so over glasses. I promise y'all. Okay, I can't promise y'all, but I really, 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 I will be turning 42 this year. I have been wearing glasses since I was 10. Nigga, that's 32 years almost. That is 3/4 of my life in glasses, blind. Cause I ain't no, oh, I forgot my glasses. I just don't wear my, no, ain't none of that for me. I need my glasses to see. Contacts, no. The way my allergies be set up, it's just too much. I want to get LASIK eye surgery. I'm so over glasses. I'm just over it. It just, and my allergies, I feel like the older I get, the worse they get. I'm so over all of that. And so, yeah, I want to get LASIK eye surgery because I'm so over glasses. I don't even know what made me tell y'all that. I think because I'm so over my glasses right now. Let's see. I feel like that's it. But then there's a part of me that feels like I'm forgetting something, but it just is what it is. I'll tell y'all next week. So, thank you so much for sticking with me. Remember, follow me on YouTube. I'm be saying that every week. So, if you could just follow me on I mean, I'm gonna still say it, and I won't know where you if I won't know whether you follow. And if you follow me, here's what I can say. If you follow me and you have a channel, it'll email me and I'll follow you back. Like, I'm all about support. But don't be one of them raggedy people who follows me and then or subscribes and then unsubscribes like people like to do. Like, that's just pointless. Don't subscribe if you're gonna do that. Because it literally costs you $0 to subscribe to my channel. So like that's just so unnecessary. And I can't stand when people do that on Twitter and Instagram. And I still got my unfollow apps and I will unfollow you right back. No hard feelings, but I'm not about to play with y'all. Y'all not about to follow me and then boost your numbers. That's the real annoying people. Now I have had like people that I know in real life that have unfollowed me on Instagram. They probably got tired of seeing all my stuff all the time. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? This is my page. If you don't like what you see, do as you did and unfollow. And I'm not like mad about it. And then I just unfollow them back just because with I didn't used to care about that stuff, and when you think about brands and all that, it's kind of like I don't want to be following people that are not following me back because it's social media, that are not like celebrities or people like that. But if like you chose to unfollow me, I'm not mad, but just from a business perspective, I guess you could say, I want to follow too. You know what I'm saying? I'll still talk to you in real life. You know what I'm saying? If I see you on the street, I won't be out here though. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day, night, whenever you listen to this. Bye.
Ladies and gents, this concludes transmission. Tune in next time for a whole new edition. Another adventure and mission to share, be heard, and clarify the vision of this whole new world for Tim.